Greetings, everyone, from the White Mountains of Arizona. We apologize for taking a short time off, but we thank you for sticking with us. We haven't been relaxing, that's for sure. We've been doing our own off-camera psychic workings, and we got a doozy of one for you today. This is going to take some explanation. Sorry, I'm winded. We've been out hiking. I'm tired. Sorry. Let me just take a deep breath here. This is going to take some explanation. Tara and I, in our own channelings that we have done, are coming to understand a term that it's a concept we've never experienced before, we never heard before, so we're just calling it the satellites. We came up with that, it's the best way to describe it, but we're starting to understand that each soul who has come to Earth has both a satellite and an anti-satellite. And these are people in your life who are either trying to lead you towards ascension, hence the satellite, or trying to lead you into the matrix, the anti-satellite. So these are people who stay in your life for a long time. They might challenge you in many different ways. They might be here to teach you. We're not really sure. We're going to get more answers about that here today. I don't know who Tara's going to channel, but we're going to try to get someone who's outside of this matrix who can answer some questions about this. We believe that at some level, the anti-satellites are sent by some negative entity, some negative force. But of course, on a higher level, that was us, our shadow side. So why did we agree to have a... Well, we'll ask all these questions. Here's Tara.
Okay,
All right, who have you connected to today?
my higher self.
All right, your higher self's going to give us some answers. So were our previous channelings correct in that each soul on Earth has a satellite and an anti-satellite?
Correct.
And these were chosen by us?
Correct.
And we chose these to be forces in opposite polarities?
Yes, in this universe, there must be a balance of everything. So, you must have a balance in your light and your dark.
So these people or these satellites are here to assist us?
Yes.
And each of us is a satellite or an anti-satellite for someone else?
In a way, there could be minor satellites, as you might see them, and major satellites. Your major satellites are your clear-cut positive force and negative force, but all creates balance. You just have to be discerning into which is positive and negative so that you understand its influence upon you, but also understanding your own influence upon others, both your light and your dark. You can be both a positive satellite and a negative satellite for others. It's not just one. There are minor satellites playing what might be seen as supporting roles for the major satellites. You're there to reinforce what they are trying to help you with.
Okay, but there's one distinct major polarity for each.
Yes,
Okay. Can you tell us more about the role of the anti-satellite?
the role of the anti-satellite is neither good nor bad. As you know, there's light and dark in everything, even if it is called a negative or anti-satellite. But this satellite is meant to keep you within the matrix in any way possible. Could do it from a loving angle, could do it from a violent angle, but it is part of their programming, to which most are unaware, that they are meant to keep you programmed within the matrix, thereby playing upon your ego, since your ego is part of this matrix.
How can we recognize the major negative polarity satellite in our lives?
It's something that you ultimately should find out for yourself. If you know enough that you are more than a human being, then you know to go inwards. Eventually, you come upon what you might call your soul or your higher self. In finding this true version of you, you can ask it to show you your major anti-satellite and major positive satellite. Upon being shown your anti-satellite, the ego will want to jump in. Perhaps the ego likes this person or vehemently despises this person. There will be strong feelings one way or another with this satellite. The same with your positive polarity. The feelings are extreme, just opposite each other. And it is within these extreme emotions and feelings that sometimes the ego clouds the truth, the information coming through. So perhaps you've blocked yourself off from this person due to an unhappy relationship with them, and thereby you can never understand what they are truly trying to teach you or how they are truly having an effect in your life. And you go about your life blissful, not wanting to deal, you might say, with this person. But this person is the key to unlocking your ego because they are part of that ego.
Okay, so some people are attracted to their anti-satellite and try to move away from their positive satellite.
Yes, because we perceive in this realm and in this plane, the third dimensional plane, everything is perceived on what is on the outside. Outwardly, this person seems to be a monster, or outwardly, this person seems to be a saint. And it is what I've been conditioned to believe is a demon or a monster and a saint or something godly. And so I react to it accordingly. But of course, those reactions are not genuine emotion, although they feel pretty genuine, much like a dream. But it comes from your ego program. You're programmed to feel a particular way. The point is to go beyond those feelings and get to your true emotions, which lie just behind the ego emotion.
Okay, is it recommended to cut the anti-satellite out of your life completely?
First, understand it being a key in your life before you do any cutting. Some might be quick to cut it away, not understanding fully how that satellite has permeated their life, their decisions, their perspective, the people they hang out with, their joy, their fears. And so you are back to square one. Now you've cut out your anti-satellite, you've learned nothing. But if you can understand its positive and negative aspect, although the name implies only negative, it too has a balance of sorts. Understand how it came to help you, to aid you, to heal you, so that you may wake up, so that you may understand that this is a shackle, something that can easily be removed, and you thank them for showing you this. Then you can release them.
So essentially, do your healing before you move away.
Yes.
Okay. But once you've done the healing, you no longer need to resonate with your anti-satellite. That's their purpose has been served.
Correct. But you won't necessarily then need to consciously go in and release them or cut them out. Once you have learned the lesson and you've understand their key in your life and you've unlocked that shackle, they are automatically released.
Ah,
There is no feeling one way or the other because you understand their purpose. And in understanding one's purpose, there's nothing but love for that person. There is no more ego thought or trauma or past to colorize that person in your life. You see them as another aspect of you, and you thank them, you love them, and you realize they are you. And it's in that acceptance that you release them.
beautiful. Can we talk about the positive satellite? How can we
Yes.
recognize them and what is their purpose in our lives?
It is the same way to find your positive satellite as it was your anti satellite or negative satellites. Perhaps you will have, again, strong emotions one way or another. Perhaps you will greatly appreciate this person's company, or this person is an antagonist in your life. But again, understanding their medicine, they have a balance within them, both light and dark. How is it that they are trying to push your awakening and your ascension? Just as the negative satellite is pushing to keep you within the matrix, how is this one helping to raise your consciousness? There will be a distinct difference no matter what the ego feeling is about them. For instance, if you are upset with a particular person and you do not want to have them in your life, would that not be your anti-satellite helping you to push away what could also be the other key? See, you need both keys, both light and dark. You cannot just resonate with one satellite and ignore the other. You need to understand both and how both worked in tandem to help you both to awaken and to keep you prisoner. And you understand your role in that. So understand how possibly the negative satellite could keep you from wanting to get to know your positive satellite or become friends or to even understand their role in your life. But they do have a role in your life. And it is to awaken just as much as the other one is meant to keep you here.
Okay, so basically there's light and dark in all things, including these satellites. And once we look at these things, we no longer need these satellites, no longer need the ego. Do the ego and the satellites go hand in hand?
Yes,
Is it a simultaneous thing, or does one precede the other?
it is simultaneous. You could look at these physical persons as being the physical representation of your shackles. Each holds a key to each leg of your shackle. You could consider the anti-satellite to be shackled to your right leg and your positive satellite shackled to your left. And you may be wondering, well, how could a positive satellite be a shackle? It is. Sometimes we shackle ourselves to our own awakening and we invert the positive, but it still comes from the positive. So you understand these two keys, you put them into your shackles, so to speak, and upon your realization of each role that they play, the shackles come off, meaning the ego program is null and void. You are now a free soul, as you always have been, but now you've realized it. You thank both satellites and you continue on your course.
Wow. So working to remove the satellites is also working to remove the ego.
Yes. And once that ego is removed, those satellites are no longer too much a part of your world, your perspective, your reality, so to speak. They do not die, they just fall away from your point of view because their mission is complete, both positive and negative.
Are members of our soul family ever our satellites?
Sometimes,
So if your soul family is your satellite, then they never break away.
at an energetic level, no.
What would you say to people who would be afraid to lose that person in their life, positive or negative?
You have to understand the ego's need to have this physical representation in your life. You always have free will. So once you have used your free will to heal and unshackle yourself, at that same point you could decide to keep this physical representation in your life, but do understand that the relationship with this person will have changed. Change isn't bad, it is just change. And so the choice is up to you. Either they play a part in the background or they continue alongside you on your journey. I would think that to keep the people who have been a part in your unshackling might be the greatest act of love.
Heck yeah. I want to take all my homies with me. So the feeling I'm getting is that this is and has always been and will be an individual effort.
Yes, nobody can show you intimately your positive and negative satellites, how their keys are intricately woven into the fabrics of your energetic being. That is for you to find out. There's not a inmate to come and break you out for you. It's an individual effort, but at the same time, a collective effort. We are all trying to do the same thing with our human, but we must do it alone.
Wow, lot to think about, lot to ponder. Okay, we thank you for this transmission. I know there's so much more to learn and understand, but do you have any last message for the people before we go?
This is a time of going inwards. Realize that your world is very outwards. That should be the clue that the real truth, what you're actually seeking, is inside, not outside. But I presume you already knew that.
All right.
Alrighty. Okay there.
Oh, let's get a little bear. What's he got
Sweet.
there in his
Oh,
hands?
see, my little bear's got this awesome tumbled stone,
What? Let me take a
which
look at this.
just so happens to come from this land, this area.
Yeah, we tumbled it.
Yep.
It took 6 weeks or so,
Yeah.
but we tumbled it.
Still faster than Mama Gaia could do it, but
Hey,
slow
this
in
is not a
human
race.
standards.
Not a race, okay. Cool. What'd you think of that channeling?
Well, since it was my higher self, felt good, but
Do you
I
remember
had a
everything?
lot to think about. Of course, I have to maybe think about what actually was said, so I have more to ponder.
Okay.
But I remember some stuff. But
Well, for us, it was all old information. We took a couple weeks break, and we've been channeling to ourselves. So we apologize for that again. But man, when we first heard this news, it was like life shattering, wasn't it?
yeah, we're like, wait, it's like everything got snapped into focus. Like, that's why this person and that's why this person. Oh, okay.
Right.
So yeah, you guys, I mean, go into meditation, however it is you go inward. And I think this would be something good for you to ponder or try and look into. Like, what information do you come across? Please, start a discussion. We'd love to jump in on it.
Yeah. Comment section. We love it.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
Well, that's us channeling. Pretty
Hope you
good.
guys enjoyed it. And yeah, don't forget to give it thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll catch you next week. All right. Bye.
Bye.